Well, it looks as if BlackLivesMatter.org have been caught
with one's hand in the till
as they scramble to hide evidence from the IRS and financial investigators who are asking, "Show me the money!" Dear oh dear oh dear.
You're crazy. Am I? Yes. Am I? Yes. Am I?
Now, before all you anti-Black Lives Matter people out there jump up and down rejoicing, stating that we told you so.
I told you so, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so.
Let's make one thing clear.
Do you understand now?
The BGR, aka Black Grassroots, never co-signed BlackLivesMatter.org, aka the Profit from Pain organization. No.
What are you doing for the Black American people here who's still dealing with issues and problems, Black Lives Matter? This is why we don't support you.
As much as the mainstream media would want you to believe it's a consensus of the black community.
I did not sign up for this.
And even though the face of BlackLivesMatter.org happens to be 3 black women, the real puppet masters are...
Question mark goes at the end of every question.
That is a $90 million question. And even though 30 million has somewhat been very loosely accounted for, by going to certain franchises and dispatched amongst certain outlets within the BlackLivesMatter.org organization itself. Yeah.
You remember I had put up a report a year ago showing how the white liberal group, the Tide Center, was all involved, and all the money they was giving out was going to LGBT groups. Everything that associated with LGBT had nothing to do with black people as a community or anything.
But that still does leave 60 odd million unaccounted for. And I wonder who's got their grubby hands on that.
Column, Bunny Silver Column, I'm in love with you. Bunny Paper Column, why do you look solemn? I adore you too.
So I look into the recent past, and I ask a simple question. When since has a black person or a black individual organization such as them ever really been able to make a substantial amount of money like that without an overseer?
You mean keep Valentine on as managing director?
Of course not.
So let me explain a little bit. Let's take hip hop, for example. Even though we can say confidently that 99% of the artists are black, when you check it out, as in who owns the record labels themselves, and who owns the platforms that these artists are on, and who's actually the ones writing the check and their advances and stuff, tends to be normally somewhere in the background a white person.
Fiery tweets that were directed to Atlantic's imprint group APG would highlight several alarming things about their practices. He said, quote, "These N-words got a whole textbook of how to put a hit together like it's a fucking math problem." He then went on to say that they want to make you a slave, steal your music to make hits, and warned artists pretty bluntly, don't let them, quote, steal your soul.
Or let's look at the drug situation, for example. As in how what you'll find is that the black youths are responsible for running around in the streets selling harmful drugs to everyone and ruining everyone's lives.
Surrey, for God's sake, crowned as the poshest home county in England, has seen a nearly 600% increase in offences.
But then when you check it out, who's bringing in the drugs and making the hugest amount of profit?
And Scott Kilger, who is 41 and they're both from Liverpool, was stopped in the early hours of August the 27th. The vessel was escorted into Fishguard Port, where it was searched and 751 kilos of cocaine with a purity level of 83%. The quantity found would have a wholesale value of 24 million, and the NCA said that it had a potential street value of 60 million.
And even though in both of those situations, the black person or the black participant is making some money, you have to ask yourself, how much money is the person who's writing the check making? You know what I'm saying?
Let me say something about this.
So why would BlackLivesMatter.org be any different? as we see the faces of Black Lives Matter get crumbs.
After property records showed Patrice Cullors shelled out millions of dollars on 4 luxury homes.
Whilst being paraded around as a proxy to gain trust within the black community for the organisation, yet to still end up being the
unknown stuntman that makes Eastwood look so fine.
When the hard questions started to roll in as to where the donations are actually going. You know what I mean? Which I thought was quite interesting, to be honest with you, because for me now, it was a matter of, let's say, how the cycle of their being exposed within mainstream media itself, the 24-hour cycle, I don't even think it was 24 hours. You know, it popped up Monday, come Monday afternoon, that story disappeared, which I thought was quite unusual. And this started to make me think, well, is it possible the reason for that is because if we really started to dig, and I mean really started to ask questions and blow off the top of the surface, so to speak, to get under what's really going on, the result may not be one that people would agree to, as it's not the one that's being projected.
You start seeing too many, like Black Lives Matter was all on TV. These women was propped up in the media. The white media is not going to prop up black empowerment. I want to repeat that again. The white media is not going to prop up black empowerment.
I don't think I have to say any more on that because I've already said it in the video. But anyway, that's it for today. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget, do like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more content. I'm out. Peace.
Yes. Am I? Yes. Am I? Yes.